Yes, guys. First, first half an hour, as I told you, first half an hour will be discussing your doubts. So rest of the half an hour will be talking about your class. Tell me, what's your doubt? Make it fast. Hello.
Sir, my doubt would be about the what is the exam. How many questions would come and how much marks would it be?
Actually, there will be 20 questions. Okay. So
Okay.
20 questions, each question carries 4 marks. Okay. So total 80 marks exam. Maximum marks would be for, no, maximum would be for 80 marks. The test would be for 80 marks basically. So if any questions are wrong, for suppose let us say in 20 questions, I'm not making the question paper. The topper website itself making the question paper. So if I click on the chapter name, so automatically it will generate the question paper, and after generating it, I'll just go through that. So I cannot be able to solve each and every question, right? I'll be straight away preview and update the question paper. So if, unfortunately by mistake, like if any mistakes over there, let us say out of 20 questions you have two mistakes, so the exam would be considering for 18 marks. So 18 fours, which is going to give me how much? 18 fours, 72 marks. So your maximum marks is going to be for 72. So out of 72, whatever you get, out of 72, if you are getting, means you are 100%. Getting my point? So but the
Yes.
questions will be for 20 marks, but because within a 1 hour you should be able to finish, right? So there's no point of giving 50 questions and ask you to write in 1 hour. So that's why we'll be giving you 20 questions maximum, but maximum most of the times it will be correct only. Sometimes due to technical issues plus or minus, change might occur. So due to that, so my changes might happen. So no worries. Tell me, what's your doubt? Is there any other who wants to clarify your doubts from quadratic equations? फटाफट फटाफट बोलना चाहिए, पूछना चाहिए डाउट्स। जो भी डाउट है, आकिल तो डाउट था, आकिल को क्या, आकिल कौन पूछ रहा था डाउट? क्या आकिल डाउट, क्या डाउट था? आहिल, व्हाट वाज योर डाउट?
Sir, I asked, sir, I'm Ashish.
आशीष, यस आशीष, टेल
Sir,
मी।
I'm unable to solve the sums using the formula, sir.
विच फॉर्मूला?
Sir,
आई एम अनेबल टू हियर, आई कैन नॉट हियर यू प्रॉपर्ली। यस, विच फॉर्मूला? No, 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 I cannot hear you. You are in, yeah, I cannot hear you.
sir, sir, can you hear, sir?
I can hear you now, please.
Sir, that K sums will be, no, sir, solving the K sums, find the K sum.
Okay.
Sir, like the last test, I was not able to understand the concepts only, sir.
Okay, so you want me
Sir,
to,
so I want the extra class starting from first, sir, the lesson.
you want extra class from the starting of the lesson?
Yes, sir.
So but day after tomorrow again you are going to write your test, but now you try to clarify your doubts. So is there any other children who didn't understand anything?
Sir, day after tomorrow test I cannot write, sir. I did not understand the concept.
Then you should have told me before, right? Now you are telling. You should
Sir,
have
I
text
told
me.
you, sir. Last class I said you, sir. I
Huh?
was unable to understand the concept.
Okay. So I thought like we are going to have an extra class, but yesterday it couldn't possible due to your science class.
Sir, then should I not write that Sunday test?
Why? You
Sir,
can give
I'm not
attempt.
able to
See, see,
understand,
see,
sir.
see. You give your best. No one is gonna kill you if you get 0 marks or less marks. Understand?
No, sir, like I'm not able to understand the questions.
Okay.
That's why, sir.
So you are not able to understand the test. So you do not want to write the test.
Sir, it's up to you, sir.
It is not like that, Ashish. What I'm telling is you give your best. We'll discuss now. We'll discuss now. Is there any other student who wants me to explain the concept again? प्लीज प्लीज। आकिल, आकिल को भी चाहिए, चलो ठीक है। और किसको चाहिए?
मी
अंशु सर।
आहिल को भी चाहिए, हिमांशु को भी चाहिए। और उद्भव कहाँ है बेटा? उद्भव, उद्भव।
सर absent.
Sir, I'll ask him and then I'll tell
सॉरी,
you.
सॉरी,
Sir, I'll ask him and then I'll tell you.
हिमांशु सिंह,
Yes.
उद्भव। उद्भव आपको भाई लगता है क्या?
No, sir, he's my schoolmate, sir.
स्कूलमेट? ओके ओके, प्लीज लेट हिम जॉइन।
Oh.
ओके, चलो So then shall we discuss the quadratic equation again one more time? Is it fine with everyone?
Yes, sir.
So let us discuss. Let us discuss with one shot. I mean, one shot in the sense within a period we can finish a quadratic equation. So let us discuss what is what, so that Ashish also can write this Sunday's test. Okay, Ashish, is it clear,
Okay,
guys?
sir. Yes.
Can we discuss, guys? Can we discuss a quadratic equation one more time?
Yes, sir.
Please
Yes,
tell me.
sir.
And
Yes.
what? Yes, anyone? What about others? What about others? Anyone? I need a response from each and every student.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you quickly tell me if r is less than 1 equal to less than 0 equal to 0 and greater than 0?
I didn't get you. Shut up. Tell me. Shut up.
You know how if r is less than 0, it's no real roots.
R is equal to 0 means we'll be having equal and real roots. Greater than 0 means real and distinct roots. Less than 0 means what? No real roots. It will be having imaginary roots. Understand? That's what we have spoken about, right? I have given you a notes
Yes.
clearly. So let me show you. Let me show you the notes. I think 1 second. Not this one. Not this one. Let us discuss not this one. Huh. Look at this. Huh. This one. I think it will be here. Yes, look at this. I have detailedly explained here. Whenever we aren't I sharing, guys?
No, sir.
No, sir, you are not sharing.
Excuse me. Yes, I'll share. So 1 second. Yes, look at this here. I clearly explained everything. So first we'll start with the quadratic equation definition. So if you want, if anybody wants this, you can just go through. Guys, you know, those who ask, those who are asking, those who are having doubts now. So have you guys written this? Have you guys written these notes?
Yes, sir. We
I returned, sir, but I was absent Monday, sir.
Okay, who is that?
Himanshu.
Okay, what about others?
Written, sir.
What is that?
Wrote, sir.
Okay, so look at this. 1 second. अरे भाई क्या हो रहा है? चलो ठीक है. देखो आज हम लोग ये देखने जा रहे हैं. ये कौन सा वाला है? ये वाला है ना. चलो ये वाला इसको नीचे ऐसे लेके जाता है तो इधर घुस आता है. चलो look at this. पहले से from first onwards we'll start the session. Guys, basically let me revise everything. हम क्या पढ़े थे? Quadratic equation, right? Basically quadratic equation. What is the meaning of quadratic equation? A equation which has the degree 2. What is the degree? Degree is supposed to be 2. The standard form of quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. What is the degree of this? Degree 2. If we have degree 2, a degree of a polynomial, a degree of an equation, I would say degree of a polynomial is 2, then that is going to be called as quadratic equation. The standard form of quadratic equation is what? Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? So, and what is the condition for this? A is not supposed to be equal to 0, and here a comma b and c belongs to what? Real numbers. Real numbers. समझ रहे? So a b c what? Real number. Here a b c are what? Real numbers, and a should not be equal to 0. If a is equal to 0, then my equation will become linear equation. right? That is not going to be called a linear equation, cannot become a quadratic equation, right? So ax plus b, so x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is going to be called as quadratic equation. Ashish, is it clear? Akil,
Yes, sir.
clear? Yes. Now any equation which is in the form of, let me write example now. देखो example 2x square plus 3x plus 4 is equal to 0. This is quadratic equation. Why? Because it is as simple as that, looking like ax square plus bx plus c. What is the a value here? A value is 2, b value is 3, c value is 4. You can write any example. Let us say minus 3x square, so plus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. Let us write minus 8x square minus 9x plus 5 is equal to 0. Right? You can write any example. Look at this, minus 9x. Look at this, any example. All right, any example, all these examples. Here abc is supposed to be what? Belongs to real numbers. Real numbers means it can be natural number, it can be a whole number, it can be integer, it can be a rational irrational number, it can be anything. Understood? But here a must not be equal to 0. A must not be equal to 0. That is the policy. Understand? That is a basic definition of quadratic equation. Is there any doubt, guys?
Sir, keep
Yes.
your laptop for charging. It's low.
Oh my goodness, I'll keep it. I'll keep it. I'll get an indication. So whenever I get a battery low, okay, not an issue. Chalo. So this is what. And guys, one more thing. Look at this. So degree of polynomial is, degree of quadratic equation is what?
Two, sir.
Degree of quadratic equation is what? Is equal to always 2. It should be 2. If it is not 2, that is not going to be called as a quadratic equation. As simple as that. So now we have learnt if a polynomial has nth root, polynomials are the polynomials. If a polynomial has a degree is equal to n, then number of roots is equal to how much? Number of roots is equal to also going to be n. Understand, children? If you have n degree, if a polynomial's degree is n, then how many roots I am going to have for that? N roots. Let us say example. Let us say example. Look at this. If I write minus 3x power of 4 plus 9x cube 8x square minus 7x plus 5 is equal to 0. This is my what? This is my fourth degree equation. Fourth degree equation, right? So this is my what is my degree here?
4.
4. Now number of roots is going to be how much?
4.
Yes, number of roots is going to be 4. As simple as that. If I have degree 10, I'll be having 10 roots. All right. If I have n degree, if my degree is n, then I'll be having n roots over there. Understood, children? So that is one more fundamental thing. And guys, look at this. Now we'll be talking about nature of roots. Nature of roots. In nature of roots, what we learned, guys, basically? In nature of roots. In nature of before solving this, let us talk about roots of a quadratic equation. Roots of a quadratic equation. So how can you find the roots of a quadratic equation? Basically we have three methods. One is splitting middle term, splitting middle term method. Second one is, what is second? Completing square method. And third one is what? Quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. What is quadratic formula we have here? That formula is minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the formula for finding any kind of quadratic equation root. Splitting middle term is what? You have to split the middle term in such a way that if you add, so you should get middle term. If you multiply, so you must get product of first and last term. That is a splitting middle term method. Completing square method is what? You must, if a is not equal to 1, you must divide the entire equation with a, and you must add and subtract half of the square of the x coefficient. Let us solve the questions after the explanation, this theory part. So Ashish, do you know what is completing square method and what is splitting middle term method? Do you know, Akil?
Sir,
Ahe.
splitting middle term method I know, sir, but completing square method I know.
Okay, completing middle square you do not know. So let us discuss what is that is. Let me, guys, any one of you, please give me one example. Give me one example. Give me one example. We'll start, we'll solve that particular.
Sir,
Yes.
2x square minus 7x plus 3.
1 second. Let me charge this. Just a minute, guys. Yes. Chalo. Yes. Give me an example.
Yes, sir. 2x square minus 7x plus 3.
2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. Listen to me carefully, guys. By using splitting middle term, by completing square method, how can I solve this? So here, what is my a value? A value is 2. What is my b value? B value is minus 7. What is my c value? 3. Here a is not equal to 1, right? A is not equal to 1, right?
Yes,
A is
sir.
2, right? So which is not equal to 1. So now let me write like this. Here a is not equal to 1. Then what I must do? I must divide the entire equation by 2 for making the coefficient of x square is 1. Wherever you see which, so when, if the coefficient of x square is 1, then only completing square method is going to be possible, guys. Told me 2. Look at this. 2x square by 2 minus 7x by 2 plus 3 by 2 is equal to 0. All right. Can I write like this? Is that clear with everyone?
Yes,
Now.
sir.
Now look at this. Cancel this. This is going to cancel. And what I remain with now? X square minus 7 by 2x plus 3 by 2 is equal to 0. Right? Now what I must do? I must add and subtract half of the square of the x coefficient. Look at this. 7 by 2 x as it is I'm writing. 3 by 2 as it is I'm writing. What I'm doing now? Half of the coefficient of the x. Half of coefficient of x and square of this. Understand? Understood. Let me explain you again. What is half of the coefficient of x? My coefficient of x is 7 by 2. What is half of that? Half of means by 2, which is going to be 7 by 4. Isn't it? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes.
Half of the coefficient of x is what? 7 by 4. So what I must do now? I must add 7 by 4 and subtract 7 by 4. Then is equal to 0. Then if I add and subtract, it is not going to be changed. If I cancel these two again, I'm going to get same equation, right? Now look at this carefully. Now sorry, square of this, right? Square of that. So 7 by 4. What is the square of this? 49 by 16. Isn't it? Square. If I do square, what is my answers? 49 by 16. I must add 49 by 16 and subtract 49 by 16. So add 49 by 16, subtract 49 by 16. All right. Now look at this carefully. X square, x and 49 by 9. You take this. You write these together. X square plus, sorry, minus minus 7 by 2x plus 49 by 16 plus 3 by 2 minus 49 by 16 is equal to 0. All right, guys, look at this here. Now, can I write this part as x minus 7 by 2 whole square? Like a minus b whole square. So if I expand that again, I am going to get this one. If I expand that, I'm going to get the same expression as usual, right? So now what is my
Sir, why did you take 49 by 16, sir?
See, that's what I told you. Half of the coefficient of,
Not that, sir. Like, I know that half is 49 by 16, but why did you take x square minus 7 by 2x plus 49 by 16?
yes, why? Because I can, if I take, so I can write like this, right? And if I see, same thing, you look at this, man, look at this, 2 plus 3 plus 5. I have like this. All right. So if I write 2 plus 5 plus 3, is there any difference? Is there any change going to happen? Is there any changes coming going to happen? Nothing, right? Sum is going to be same, right? Ha,
Yes, sir.
ha. Is there? Ha. Look at this now. If I write so, I'll be for this. If I write 5 in middle so that I can add it easily. That is my comfortable, right? Ha. Like that. If I write 49 by 16 over here, what I'm going to get? I can make this entire part. I can make this entire part as a perfect square. I can write in this form of a minus b whole square. And look at this. What is LCM here? 2 comma 16 LCM is what? 16. So 2 times 8, 24 minus 49 is equal to 0. All right. Now you look at this, Ashish. If you expand this again, I'm going to get the same equation. This equation I'm going to get. Look at this. A square means x square plus b square means 7 by 2 whole square, which means 7 by 4 whole square. 7 by 4 whole square. Right? 7 by 4 whole square, not 7 by 2 whole square. 7 by 4 whole square. If you expand this, what I'm going to a square plus b square. B square means 7 square means 49 by 16 minus 2. A is 1. B is what? 7 by 4. Look at this. So 2 ones, 2 twos. Again, I'm getting same equation. 2ab. 49 by 16. 2ab. B is what? Minus 7 by 2x. Here x. Right? Aren't I getting same equation again? Yes, or
Yes,
no?
sir.
So that is what the reason I'm writing there over there. Understand? For making a perfect square, I'm just writing 49 by 16 front. Entire part, that entire package I'm making into a perfect square. As soon as I make a perfect square, that part is going to be so easy now. Look at this. So x minus 7 by 4 whole square and 24 minus 49, which is going to give me minus 25 minus 25 by 16 is equal to 0. All right. So x minus 7 by 4 whole square is going to become what? 25 by 16. All right. Yes or no? If I if I, what do you call that? Split this, if I transpose this minus 25 by 16 to the right hand side, it will become plus 25 by 16. So now what I'm going to get? X minus 7 by 4 is equal to square root of 25 by 16. Isn't it? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys? So x
Yes, sir.
minus
Yes.
7 by 4, which is going to give me plus or minus 5 by 4. Any doubt? Any doubt? Look at this now. X is equal to plus or minus 5 by 4 plus 7 by 4. Isn't it? Any doubt? Any doubt here?
No, sir.
Now look at this. Plus or minus means x is equal to plus 5 by 4 plus 7 by 4, one case, and x is equal to minus 5 by 4 plus 7 by 4. All right. All right. What is going to be the equation of 7? 7, so 5 plus 7, 12. 12 by 4. 12 by 4 and x is equal to 2 by 4. So x is equal to 3, x is equal to 1 by 2. This is completing middle square. So completing square method. This much you have to do. But if you solve this question by using splitting middle term, how easy you are going to get? Let us see that. So look at this, 2x square minus, this can be written as what? 3 into 2, 6x square, right? If I write like this, can I write like that? I'm splitting middle term. So if I add these two guys, again I'm getting minus 7x. If I multiply these two, I'm getting 6x square. Why 6x square? Why? Because 3 into 2x square, my product of first and last term is 6x square. If I add them, so I must get minus 7x. If I multiply, so I must get 6x square. I'm getting as simple as that. So look at this now. From these two terms, let us take 2x common here. If I take 2x common, I'll be getting x minus 3. Let us take minus 1 common. I'm getting x minus 3 is equal to 0. So now 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, as well as x minus 3 is equal to 0. So from this, x is equal to 1 by 2, and from this, x is equal to 3. Same thing we got. Within 3 steps, I got the answer by splitting middle term. So by completing square method, you must do all this way. But I would suggest you to solve by splitting middle term only. If it's not asking you to find by using completing square method, better you solve by using splitting middle term. If you are not getting any idea in splitting middle term method, please try to solve by using this quadratic formula method. If you do not have still an idea, then you go for completing square method. Understand, children? So my first priority would go for what?
Sir,
Yes, tell me.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. Sir, like x minus 7 by 4 is equal to root 25 by 16, you wrote, no, sir.
Yes.
Again, below you wrote x minus 7 by 4 is equal to plus minus 5 by 4. Can you explain that, sir?
Yes, the square root of 25 by 4, how much? Plus or minus 5 by 4 only, no? See,
Sir, I didn't.
1 second, look at this here. What is my 5 by 16? 5 by 16 can be written as 5 by 4 whole square, no?
Yes, sir.
So 5 square which is 25 and 4 square which is going to be 16. Now look at this. Now let me write minus 5 by 4 whole square. Can I write like this? Still I am going to get 25 by 16 only. This answer also same and this answer also same only, right?
Yes, sir. Minus 4.
So if I take plus also I'm getting plus 25 by 16. If I take minus whole square also I'm getting same answer. So that's why I wrote plus or minus here.
Okay, sir.
Clear? Understood?
Yes.
Understood?
Sir,
So yes.
how do you split the middle term quick? It takes me a lot of time to figure it out.
Yes, it takes such a lot of time to figure it out, right? So for that we have a simple idea. What is that? For that we have a simple idea. Let me tell you. Look at this here. Here 2x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0, right? So what is the product of first and last term? 6, right?
Yes.
Take a factor of
Yes.
that. 2 3s, right? 2 3s. Or take a factors of that. So what are the factors of have? What are the factors of 6? I can write 1 into 6, 2 into 3, 3 into 2, 6 into 1. Now look at this. So if I add, so I must get 7 minus 7, right? If I add, so I must get 7. So 6 plus 1, 7, right? 6 plus 1, 7, 2 plus 3,
Yes.
5, 3 plus 2, 5, 6 plus 1, 7. So 2 plus 3, this pair is not satisfying, 3 plus 2 is not satisfying. These two pairs are not satisfying. I must choose either 1 plus 6 or 6 plus 1. I can choose anything among that, between that. Sorry, getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So I can take 1x as well as plus 6x. If I add them, so I'm getting 7. All right. If I multiply, so guys, again, I'm getting what? Look at this here.
6.
So if I add them, so if I add them, so I'm getting middle term. If I multiply, so I'm getting 6 only. That is what the condition. All right. So let us see. I hope I cleared your doubt. Shut up. So second method
Yes.
is what? First method is splitting middle term. Second method is you go by quadratic formula. And third method, I would suggest to
Sir,
go.
what if the equation would be root 2x square plus 7x minus 3?
Same way.
Then we have to only multiply the constant, sir.
Yes, of course. You must multiply only constant, not coefficient, not variables. You
So
understand?
nothing, root would not count, no, sir, when we are multiplying.
Root would count. Look at this. Let us say for
Then
example,
how?
tell me one equation. Tell me one equation. See, let me explain you one wonderful question here. I think we have solved one root question as well. Oh, not in this one. This is 9th class. Oh, it has gone. Look at it. 1 second. This one. Look at this. Let us solve this question. We have solved this question. Did you present for this session? Look at this. Find the roots of the quadratic equation they have given by factorization. Root 2x square plus 7x plus 5 root 2 is equal to 0. This is my equation, right? This is my equation. Look at let me show you the solution of that. Oh, we did not solve that. So let me copy that question and let me show you. 1 second, guys. Chalo, look at this. What is the question? Yes. Look at this, Ashish. This is the question, right? Now, we'll solve by using splitting middle term method. Okay. So now, first step is what you must apply. You must multiply last term and coefficient of first term. What is that? Root 2. If I multiply, so what I'm getting here? 5 to 10. All right. So my target is 10 now. If I add, so I must get 10. If I multiply, so if I add, so I must get a middle term, which is 7x. If I multiply, so I must get 10. So that's how I supposed to split middle term, root 2x square as it is. So how can I write this? 7x can be written as how? Tell me,
2
guys.
plus 5.
Sorry,
2 plus 5.
2x plus 5x plus 5 root 2 as it is. I'm writing. Very good. So look at this. Now let us write. I splitted 7x, 2x plus 5x. Now clearly, you just observe clearly. If I add these middle terms, guys, whatever the terms I have splitted. So if I add them, so I am getting 7x. So that's what I required. Clear. So if I multiply these two, guys, so 2x into 5x, what I must get? I must get 10x square.
10x.
Now look at this here. My product of first and last term was what? 10. So x square as it is. So x square, 10x square. Am I getting same thing? Am I getting same thing? Yes, I'm getting. Yes or no? Am not I getting? I'm getting, guys. So look at this here. 5 root 2 into root 2 x square. If I multiply these two, I'm getting 10x square. Right? Product of first and last term is what? 10x square. If I, after splitting, if I multiply, so I'm getting 10x square. If I add, so I'm getting 7x. Getting my point? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is what. Now look at this. So now from this, guys, let us first, my next step is what? I must make a pair of these two terms, one pair, and last two terms, one pair. So from these, I must take root 2 common. If I take root 2x common, what I remain with now? I'll be remain with what? X
X.
plus root 2 avalada. Yes. Now if I take 5 common, what I remain with now? X plus root 2. Understand, Ashish?
Yes, sir.
So now again, if I multiply, so again I must get the same, first pair. This pair I must get this pair. If I multiply 5 into this part, I must get this pair. Understand? Look at this here. Now again, root x plus root 2 common again. So root 2x, sorry, x plus root 2 common, right? 1 second. X plus root 2 common. If I take, so what I'm remain with now? Root 2 x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now individually you apply is equal to 0. Root 2 x plus 5 is equal to 0. Now what are my roots going to be now? X is equal to minus root 2 is 1 root. X is equal to minus 5 by root 2 is 1 root. All right, Ashish, understood?
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes.
sir, multiplying 5 root 2 with root 2, we get 10.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Why? Because look at this here. Let me tell you a property for that. Root a into root b always going to be root ab. All right. If I write root a into root a, which is going to be simple a. How it's simple a? Tell me. Let me tell you.
Cancelling the roots.
Let me tell you. Look at this here. Root a can be written as a power of 1 by 2. All right. This root a can be written as a power of 1 by 2. All right, guys. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Guys,
sir.
this is square root. So square root, if I remove this root, if I remove, so I must write on the head 1 by 2. So look at this now. Here bases are same. Bases are same. So I must add the powers. 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. So a half plus half, how much? A power of 1. A power of 1 can be written as a. So root a into root a is what? A. So that's how. If I write root 2 into root 2 is what? 2 only. All right. Look at this now. If I write 5 root 2 into root 2, what I'm going to get? 5 as it is. Root 2 into root 2, 1, 2. Root 2 into root 2 is what? 2 only, no? So 5 2 is 10. I hope I cleared your doubt, Aditya. Anujip, what is your name?
Anudeep.
Yes, Anujip. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Any doubts? Any doubts? Chalo. Next. Now let me discuss nature of roots. Nature of roots. Nature of roots. First, let us discuss what is discriminant. Discriminant. Guys, discriminant is nothing but what? Discriminant will be denoted by D. In quadratic formula, I know the quadratic formula. What is the quadratic formula? Minus, for finding roots, minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. All right. So what is d here? Whatever the middle term, whatever the under the square, whatever you have, that is my middle term. So that is my discriminant. Sorry. So d is equal to 4 b square minus 4ac. This is my d. All right. So d is equal to what? B square minus 4ac. That is my discriminant. Discriminant can be denoted by the letter called d, or you can denote by triangle delta. Both are same. Clear, children? Any doubt? This is my discriminant. So now let us talk about nature of roots. Nature of roots.
Sir, what is the use of discriminant, sir?
For finding nature of roots, how the roots will be, behaving in the sense whether the roots is going to be real or the roots is going to be imaginary, the roots are going to be equal. For finding the roots, how the roots, look at this here. Just now we found the root, right? Just now I found the root. What are they? Here one root is minus root 2, one root is 5 by root 2. What are they? Minus root 2 is one root and minus 5 by is root 2. Are they real numbers or are they rational numbers? What are they? Are they real numbers or not? They are real numbers, right? Yes or no? Without finding the roots, I can conclude that whether my roots are going to be real or unreal, whether my roots are going to be equal or unequal. I can just judge. I can just find out by using discriminant. Understand, Ashish? So without finding roots itself, I can just tell that. Now, so here, look at this here. I got real numbers. Real. My roots are real here. What are they? Real and distinct. Distinct. Real and distinct. What is the meaning of real? Real means real numbers. Minus root 2 and minus 5 by root 2 are real numbers or not? Yes. And distinct means was different. Root 2 and 5 by root 2. Minus root 2 and minus 5 by root 2 both are different, right? So my roots are real and distinct. So how can I conclude that? By using discriminant. How can we find out? How can I judge? How can I judge? By using discriminant formula, I can judge whether my roots are going to be real or unreal, equal or unequal, whether my roots are, how the nature of the roots, what kind of nature means, what kind of roots I'll be getting, would I be getting real or would I be getting unreal, would I be getting, equal or unequal. So for finding that, we'll be using discriminant. Ashish, clear, Ashish?
Yes, sir.
So nature of roots. So nature of roots. How the nature of roots? So basically nature of roots means, for suppose if my d is greater than 0, if d is equal to 0 and d is less than 0. If my d is equal to 0, my roots are going to be equal and not equal, real and distinct. If my d is equal to 0, real and equal. If my d is less than 0, d is equal to 0, what is that? Imaginary roots. Imaginary roots. Imaginary roots means you will be getting like this. Square root of negative 2. Square root of negative 2 like this. You will be getting this kind of thing. You will be learning in your 11th standard. Called imaginary means you will be learning in complex number. Imaginary roots, imaginary numbers. You will be learning about all this in your 11th standard. Okay. Imaginary roots in the sense, guys, not real. Understand? Not real. Not equal. Getting my point? Imaginary means what? Some imaginary number, not real. Look at this here. So minus square root of negative 2. You never heard about this square root of negative numbers, right? So far, you never heard about square root of negative numbers, isn't it? So you will be getting this kind of roots. If you are getting this kind of roots, then that is going to be called as imaginary roots. When it is possible, if discriminant is less than 0, then there is a chance of getting this kind of roots. If discriminant is equal to 0, there is a chance of getting equal and real roots. If discriminant is greater than 0, there is a chance of getting real and distinct roots. So now let us find out one example. Let us try to solve one example. Tell me one example, any one of you. Any one of you, please. Any example. Any equation.
Sir?
Yes.
4x square minus 10x plus 5.
Plus 5 is equal to 0. Now look at this. What kind of roots I'll be getting for this equation? So I'm finding now, I'm not finding roots. What is the nature of roots I'm finding? So if I ask, if if an examiner asks you to find the roots of this particular equation, you must find the roots by using splitting middle term method, or by using either a splitting middle term method, or by using quadratic formula method, or by using completing square method. You can use among these three methods any one of the method whichever you are convenient with. You can follow that method and find out the roots. But he is not asking, he is exactly not asking you to find the roots of this quadratic equation. He is asking you to find what is the nature of roots. For finding nature of roots, so what you must know, you must find discriminant. What is the formula? What is the formula? I told you, b square minus 4ac. B square minus 4ac, right? So now let us find out what is my b. What is my b here? D is equal. What is my b? Minus 10 whole square minus 4 into a is what here? 4. C is what here? Plus 5, right? Discriminant minus 10 whole square, which I'm going to get 100, minus 4 fours, 16, 16 5s, 80. So my discriminant is what? I'm getting 20, which is what? 20 is what? Greater than 0 or not? Greater than 0 or
Yes.
not? So therefore roots of 1 second, 4x square minus 10x plus 5 is equal to 0 are real and distinct. Real and distinct. Understand? Real numbers. You will be getting real roots as well as different roots, not same roots. Understand? So discriminant 0. Discriminant is 0 means you will be getting real roots as well as both will be equal. Both x values will be equal. Here I got discriminant is greater than 0. My roots will be what? Real and distinct. Let us find the roots now. This is my nature of root. This is what your answer now. Understood? Look at this. Let me write the question here. Now I'll ask you, this is my equation. This is my equation. Now I'll ask you to find the nature of roots, and sometimes also prove that by finding the roots. So what I meant, see here, look at this. First you have to find nature of roots. How I need to find out? By using this formula, by using discriminant formula. So I found discriminant, I got greater than 0. I concluded that my roots are real and distinct. Now I have to prove. How I supposed to prove? By using what? By using splitting middle term method, or quadratic formula method, or completing square method. You can find out the roots by using any of this method. All right. So
Sir,
yes.
sir, quadratic formula is better because you already know the discriminant. We can
Yes,
place
very
it
good
in the
catch.
formula.
Yes, very good, Anudeep. Very good catch. So look at this here. Minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So better you find by using quadratic formula method. Why? Because already I know discriminant. This value I know. I know this value, isn't it? I know that value. So that I can substitute over there again and get the answer easily. What is my minus b answer? What is my minus b answer? Minus b answer is what? Minus will be as it is. B answer is minus 10. So b square means b square. So discriminant b square minus 4ac. How much I got? Root 20 I got.
20.
Divided by 2 into a value is what? 1. What was a value? 4, sorry.
4.
4. So 4 I'll write here. So now calculate this. So minus into minus plus or minus root 20 divided by 2 4 is 8. So plus 10 plus or minus, this can be written as 2 root 5. Root 20 can be written as root 20 can be written as 2 root 5, isn't it, guys? Any doubts? Any doubts? Tell me. How, sir? Look at this here. Root 20 can be written as 4 into 5. Right? Now can I split like this? Root 4 into root 5. Here root 4 can be written as 2. All right? Into 5. So that's how I wrote. Understood, ma? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now look at this here. Now how can I write this? Plus 10, sorry, plus 2 root 5 by 8. This is 1 root, and plus 10 minus 2 root 5 by 8, 1 root. Look at this here. How can I write this? This is my root. I mean, that's it. That's it. You just leave this as it is. You just leave this as it is. Look at this. These are my real numbers. Real, right? Real number or not? If you simplify that, you will get real number only, right?
Yes, sir.
So real number. And distinct. Both are they same? Are they both are same? No, right? Are they are different. They are different. If you simplify this, you will be getting one value for this, you will be getting some other value for this. Both will be different. So what I proved here, since, let me write a conclusion. Since my roots are this thing, therefore roots are real and distinct or different. You write distinct. You write technical term correctly. Okay, distinct you write. Not don't write different.
Sir,
Yes.
is it possible to simplify it further?
Yes, you can possible. If you know root 5 value, you can possible. Look at this here. Of course, it is possible. Look at this. So root 5 value will be somewhere 2 into root value will be 2.25 something. All right. So divided by 8. So 10 plus 2 into 2.5. 2 into 2.5, how much? 5.5 something, right? 5.50 something divided by f divided by 8. So 10 plus 5.0, 15.50 divided by f. If you simplify this, again, you'll be getting answer in decimals, right? Somewhere 1 point, how much? Somewhere 1.818, right? So 7 means 1.8 somewhere, right? 1.8 somewhere you will be getting, which is a real number only, right? Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes
sir.
or no? Yes, you can simplify. See, so no need of simplifying in your exam. You leave as it is in your exam. If you simplify that, you'll be in trouble actually. If your answer is wrong, examiner, if an examiner is like mad, he will just cross your question. All right, so please don't leave that as it is. So you can understand it clearly. Your answer is going to be like that only. Understand? If you mention clearly if you mention clearly to write the answer in decimals, then you must calculate that. You must simplify that. If he's not asking anything over there, leave the answer as it is. Understood, ma? Any doubts?
Yes.
So I hope I cleared your doubt. Now, one last thing. Let me discuss. Guys, for suppose, look at this here. What was the equation, Anudeep? Can you please repeat that? 10x square minus 4x square minus 10x plus 8, wasn't it?
Plus 5, sir.
Plus 5. This is what the equation Anudeep told now, right? Is equal to 0. Let us take same example. Guys, this is my quadratic equation, isn't it, Anudeep? Ashish,
Yes, sir.
this is my quadratic equation. If I know this quadratic equation, I can find roots. What was the root? What were the roots? These were my roots. These two were my roots, right? I can find out the roots easily. Getting my point? Understand? I can find out the roots easily when I have quadratic equation by using splitting middle term method, quadratic formula method, and completing square method. I can use any one of these method and find out the roots easily if I have quadratic equation. So, but guys, if I have roots for finding an quadratic equation, what is going to be the formula? If I have roots, understanding the difference what I'm talking about, if I have an quadratic equation, finding the roots is simple by using quadratic formula method or splitting middle term method or completing square method. Finding roots is going to be easy. If I have roots, how can I find an quadratic equation? For that, I told you one thing. Understanding, if I have roots, what is going to be my quadratic equation? Ashish, understanding? So let us say,
Yes, sir.
let alpha and beta are the roots of quadratic equation, right? Quadratic equation called ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? Alpha and beta are the roots. So look at this, Ashish. For finding, then quadratic equation is, you take a note if you want it. This is my note. If alpha and beta are the roots, alpha and beta means need not to be alpha and beta only. Alpha and beta means it could be 2 and 3. In place of alpha, it could be any real number. Understand? So don't get confused. Sir is writing alpha and beta, but in examination they did not give alpha and beta, so I don't write this. Don't do that, guys. In place of alpha and beta, it could be any real number. Understand? Common sense. Then quadratic equation is going to be what? X minus alpha plus x minus beta, not plus. X minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to 0. So if I simplify, so what I'm going to get? X into x, x square, x into beta minus beta x, alpha into x minus alpha x, and alpha into beta plus alpha beta. So look at this here, x square as it is. Here I'm taking x common. What I'll be remain with? Alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta is equal to 0. So what did I understand from this? X square. What is this? Sum of roots. Sum of roots into x plus this is what is this? Product of roots is equal to 0. This is my formula for finding root, for finding an equation by using roots. What is the formula? This is the formula, or you can use this formula. You or else you can use the formula. If you use this, so you can anyhow you must you must calculate this only if you use this. So what is simply you use this formula. This is the formula for finding an quadratic equation if I have a root. So all right, now let us take, guys, let us solve an example. Let us take an example. Let us say minus 2 and 3, or else 2 and 3 are the roots of a quadratic equation. Then find the quadratic equation. Find the quadratic equation. How can I find it out? Guys, am I recording?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
My goodness, thank God. I thought I'm not recording. No issues. Look at this. Yeah, I have root. What are roots? 2 and 3.
2 and
Let alpha is 2 and beta is 3. What is my quadratic equation now? What is my quadratic equation? Simple, guys. Tell me. X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta. This is formula, right? So x square minus alpha plus beta, how much? 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 into x plus 2 into 3 is equal to 0 here, is equal to 0 here. All right. So if I simplify this, minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Haven't I got? Didn't I get quadratic equation? Yes, I got. So again, if you find a roots by using splitting middle term, your roots is going to be 2 and 3 only. Clear? Understood?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So they have given roots and asking you to find quadratic equation. This is my formula. I got this quadratic equation. All right. So this is a basic.
Sir,
Now, yes.
for the equation we had before, 4x squared minus 10x plus 5,
Mm-hmm.
can you split the middle term? I've been trying, I can't get it.
Yes. Tell me, what was that? 4x square
Minus 10x plus 5.
is equal to 0. Plus 20, right? Plus 20. So what is the product of first and last term? 20x square. So how can I split the middle term? Tell me. Minus 4x square. Can I write 10x minus 10x? If I add them, so not 10x and 10x.
If we multiply, we'll get 100.
You multiply 100. So what is my middle term? Middle term is going to be what? Think. 4x square. Can I write 5 and 5?
5 into
No, 5 and 5 will be 20.
Multiplication is 25.
Multiplication 25. What would it be? Can I write like this? Plus 20 x minus 10x. 200 I'll be getting if I multiply. So no. Tell me what is going to be then? Think. So let us write roots of this. 1 into
5
20,
into 4.
2 into 10, 5 into
5
4,
into 4.
5 into, no, 5 fours. Yes, 4 fives.
How 5 into 2 will come?
10 into 2, 20 into 1. Sorry.
5 multiplied by 2 would not be a factor.
This 5 into 2 will not be.
Yes, look at this here. So 5 into 2 will be 10. 5 4, sorry, not 5 into 2. Look at this here. So if I add this, so I'm getting 21. If I add this, so I'm getting 20. 12 here I'm getting. If I add them, so if I add, so I'm getting 9, 12, 20. So none of the roots are giving me 10. So splitting middle term is not possible. All right, splitting middle term not possible. You can go by using what it is possible, but you will be getting, yes. So you will be using quadratic formula now. Minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac by 2a. Why it is not possible? See, it is possible, but it takes time to find it out. Why? Because our answer was in roots. Look at this. Our answer was in roots. So wherever your answers is in root, for suppose your answer is in root means finding the middle, I would suggest you to follow quadratic formula method. Splitting middle term would be somewhat difficult. Splitting middle term would be somewhat difficult. If
Sir,
you,
if we did split the middle term, would the roots be in decimal?
sorry, decimals.
If
Yes,
yes, if we
decimals.
did split it.
Why? Because our answer is in root, right? So then there might be, splitting in decimals. So it would be there. It would be somewhere. Definitely, it would be there. But instead of thinking in that much, instead of thinking in that way and getting troubled, so I would suggest you to solve by quadratic formula method. It is very easy, right? You can find out the answer quickly, right? The method, if you are not getting splitting middle term, if you are not getting an idea, just leave that method and go for quadratic formula method immediately, and don't waste your time in exam. I would suggest this. Of course, it is a possible. Of course, it is a possible. I told you here it is not possible, right? It is possible, but it takes time. So it will be in somewhat, decimals, as you said. You have to split the middle term in decimals. Then it might be possible. All right, guys.
Yes.
So this is what I think we have taken much time. So let us discuss. Let us retire now. So I hope I cleared your doubts. So let me, guys, turn on your camera. So why you are turning off? So, chalo, let me stop recording now.